guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is StockBroc. Today I want to talk about why I am starting to get a little more bullish on software names, especially seeing MongoDB's numbers that came out today. Break down some of the numbers for MongoDB. If you don't know, MongoDB is a modern, flexible database used by developers to build applications. Their main product they heavily rely on, MongoDB Atlas, is a cloud database that companies run on AWS, Google Cloud, and Azure. It's popular because it handles unstructured data, scales easily, and works well for AI, mobile apps, and real-time application. Their numbers for Q3 fiscal year 2026 were very strong. Revenue, a 19% year-over-year increase. Subscription revenue also very strong at 19%. Atlas growth, 30% year-over-year. Something you may need to watch to see if they could sustain that number. There was a gross margin compression as cloud hosting costs do continue to rise. The non-operating income, $123 million versus $101 million from last year. GAAP net loss, getting very close to profitability. Net loss of $2 million versus $9.8 million year over year. Free cash flow improved $140 million versus $34 million last year. So free cash flow increased quite a bit. Customers added 2,600 just in the quarter alone, and their balance sheet $2.3 billion in cash. And they also raised full year 2026 guidance. Share jumped 21% in the after hour. The good for the company, very strong, consistent growth, profitability improving, customers additions very solid, raised guidance, healthy balance sheet, which is something I like to look for in a company. Some of the concerns with the company: gross margin compression. They are heavily relying on Atlas consumption tied to macro and customer usage patterns. Valuation is very high for the company, priced for strong execution, which they deserve at the moment. Competition very intense from cloud providers, vector DB startups, and legacy databases. What you want to watch for is, can Atlas sustain this 25 to 30% growth? You want to look at the margin trends. As of right now, we are getting compression, but will those margins stay the same or improve, especially if cloud infrastructure costs do continue to rise? You also want to look out for AI-related features, vector search, embedding support, and customer adoption, enterprise deal flow, and upsell activity. And you want to also look out for any new product launches or acquisitions to strengthen the AI data platform roadmap. So my take on this company: this is not a company that I personally own. This is out of my realm of expertise, but I do want to buy a software company, and potentially not before earnings, potentially after earnings. I'm not going to say what the name of that company is just yet, because I do want to look at some of the earnings for these companies, compare some of the software companies and how they're performing before buying. But yeah, for MongoDB, this was a strong quarter across the board. Growth held up, profitability improved sharply. Atlas does continue to remain the engine, and guidance went up, which shows the confidence by management. It's clear MongoDB is positioning itself as a core data platform for AI-driven applications, and the demand is showing in the numbers. Biggest thing to watch for are margins and whether Atlas keeps growing at 30%. Valuation is rich, but it's very well deserved. This is StockBroc. Thanks for watching. Peace.